Hey everyone, welcome back. And if it's your first time here, just plain welcome. We got to talk about this. This right here is the entrance to the Republican Party of New Mexico's headquarters. Yeah, that Bernie thing, that wasn't an accident. That wasn't, a short. It wasn't somebody with a cigarette butt where it wasn't supposed to be. Wasn't anything like that. This is arson. This is vandalism. We know it's vandalism because we also have this shit. That's right. ICE is the exact same as the KKK. Never mind that Immigration and Customs Enforcement have also arrested illegals from Europe here. They have deported, actually, I'm not sure if they were illegal or not, but I know they've deported some white folks. They've deported, people from all over the place. And I just don't give a shit. It's not the same thing. And you know it, right? You fucking know it. A little while back, I did a video about Tesla and the boycott, and how it's, firebombing shit isn't a boycott. One of my fears when I was making that video was that this would escalate. And this, I can't say this is an escalation so much as a spread, but if it's going to spread, the chance of escalation becomes a lot greater. And nobody should want this. Right. We've seen the violent left. 2020, that summer was filled with the violent left. The summer of love, we call it sarcastically. When the protests started dying down, they didn't really burn out. Portland had nightly protests outside the federal courthouse there. In Seattle, we had first the Chaz, then renamed the Chop, where people could be abused and assaulted within a certain area, and the police weren't allowed to enter. Think about that for a minute. The cops were not allowed to enter to deal with crime. And yeah, people were hurt. People died. And EMTs couldn't even get in there. They didn't want to let the freaking paramedics in. Think about that for a minute. But that was 2020. This is 2025. Completely different world, right? Well, yeah, we had 4 years to see what leftists could do with them having control of the White House and at least part of the time control of Congress, or at least the House. And what we saw was the most batshit insane priorities ever. We had an Inflation Reduction Act that the Congressional Budget Office said, yeah, that's not going to reduce inflation. And it didn't. CBO called it, didn't they? And this was what it was sold. It was the Green New Deal. That's all it was. And it accomplished nothing. So we voted in Trump, and now we're back to the violence. We're back to riots. We're back to, okay, well, not really riots. We do have legal protesting going on, and while I disagree with the protesters, they have every right to protest. Free speech works that way. It's not just free speech for the things I agree with. And I vehemently disagree with them, but they have a right to protest. There's been some indication that some of the protests are paid for. In particular, one video shows everyone just taking off at noon. Okay. I actually don't give a shit. Right. I care if it's paid protest because it's not organic then, but as far as I know, there's no actual law against paid protesting. Some have suggested that because it is targeting a private company trying to drive down stock prices, that might be illegal. Maybe. Also is one reason we might want to know who's paying for the protests. But the protest in and of itself, if they're not paid for, there is no legal issues there. When you start firebombing dealerships, you cross the line. When you start shooting up the dealerships, you cross the line. Since my last video on the topic, they have found bombs. That's most definitely crossing the line. Vandalizing people's cars. That's crossing the line. There was a video of a woman being assaulted while driving a Tesla. That's crossing the line. Right? We've seen this, and this is starting to escalate slowly. It's slow, thank God. But the fact that it's escalating at all is a problem. The left needs to get their shit in order. Because sooner or later, they're going to try to escalate with the wrong person, and all hell's going to break loose. As it is, the FBI is coming after people who firebomb these dealerships. They are treating it as domestic terrorism, and I have no doubt that the FBI and probably the ATF will be investigating the New Mexico GOP attack. And it is an attack. Don't let anyone fool you. But we shouldn't need this. Look, if your cause is so pure, guys, if you leftists out there, if your cause is so righteous, why do you need to burn things? And I've had people try to tell me that no, people are just angry. It's not leftists. It's people from across the political spectrum who've been hurt by Elon Musk. First of all, Elon Musk isn't directly doing anything. Okay, you want to save that ire for Trump, right? Musk is identifying problem areas and, offering advice and guidance, which you don't have to like, but you're still crossing the line. Even if he was, though, he only owns like 12% of Tesla. The rest is owned by private parties and, retirement funds. Those are the people you're actually hurting with this. So, good job. You're hurting old people. Wonderful. Shut the fuck up about Social Security then, huh? But regardless, you're not accomplishing anything. Nobody's going to look at this and go, oh, well, maybe they've got a point. We're Americans. We are stubborn as shit. When the Japanese bombed us at Pearl Harbor, we didn't go, well, maybe Japan really crossed the line. No. We went to war until we nuked them. Twice. When terrorists flew planes into the Twin Towers, we didn't sit here as a country and go, maybe the terrorists have a point. We went to war. We don't back down because you got violent. If anything, we double down because you got violent. You burning Teslas isn't doing anything except telling a lot of people we need to go buy Teslas. Congratulations, you're going to sell a lot of freaking Teslas. Because a lot of the people who, even on the left and may not like Elon Musk, do like their Teslas. They like their electric cars. Sorry, you're not even winning over some of your own side. And taking this to party headquarters and doing the same shit there? No, that ain't going to fly. Now, is it remotely possible this is a false flag? It could be. I cannot definitively discount that. It's unlikely because Republicans tend not to think that way, but it's possible. It's possible. Of course, it's also more possible that leftist shitweasels did this. And honestly, that's really where my money is. So it's raining here. I've got a tin roof, and it's getting noisy. And I'm not sure I can actually go on much longer where you can actually hear me. I'll try to fix this in post, but I can't make promises. But if you're one of the left, you need to call your side down. I don't expect them to listen to you. I just need to, you just need to start doing it, and other people need to see it. If you're one on the right, don't rise to the bait. Don't stoop to their level. And on that note, I'm going to start wrapping up because it's getting even worse here. So why don't you guys do me a favor, go down in the comments, tell me what you think about this whole thing. You think this is a big deal, not a big deal? What are your thoughts? While you're down there, hit like, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also down there, in the description, you will find, also down in the description, you'll find my Substack, you'll find my X account, and also the Liberty Store. That's an affiliate link. You can support the channel by picking up some Liberty Thing goodies, and you'll get a little bit of a discount. I'll get a couple bucks back. And on that note, I'm going to wrap it up, and I will see you all next time.